I'm about to build the craziest Minecraft city ever, all in the next 30 days. Why? Well, I've only posted 7 videos in 2023, and I want to make up for it by building non-stop and posting videos every 2 to 3 days for the rest of the year. This is going to be the hardest challenge I've ever done on YouTube, and the clock is already ticking. Welcome back to the city series in my Minecraft hardcore world. We just got done building up this gatehouse and this cactus factory right here. And today there's another very important build we need to add to this world, and that is going to be right up here. I want to build a library right here in order to store our enchantment table, which is currently down here in this ugly mob grinder. So we can just pick this up right now, I think, and move it over in that area. And I also want to make use of these new chisel bookshelves in order to store all of our enchanted books we have. But this build's going to be a little bit tricky because we're trying out a new block combination today. I want to try to combine the packed mud colors and textures like that with the red mangrove wood as a roof. I think this is going to look really cool, but it's going to be tricky to gather all these resources and completely pull it off. Because in this series, I don't plan anything beforehand. I have no clue what this build is going to look like at the end, but we'll certainly find out. Let's go check our storage room, which really needs an upgrade here. We need to build something around this, maybe even today. Let's see, we got quite a bit of mangrove here. Actually, that's gonna be enough mangrove, but in terms of mud, which is over here, I'm not sure that's gonna be enough. We're probably gonna have to head over to a mangrove swamp and see if we can't get some more. So let me empty my inventory real quick and see if we can't head to the mangrove swamp. Here's the swamp. Wait, where's the mangrove again? Am I in the wrong place? I better not be in the wrong place. Let me grab some cow's while I'm over here so I can make some more books. But I think the mangrove swamp should hopefully be like around here. There we go. There's the mangrove swamp. And it's been a while since I've really been to one of these. I kind of grabbed some mangrove propagules like at the start of the series. But the last time I really been to one of these is like last hardcore season, which feels so long ago now. But let's mine up some mud real quick. This is a nice area right here. This is perfect. And as we head back, I want to take a few seconds to say thank you to you guys, because when I'm recording this is exactly 1 year ago today when my first video blew up in a while, my hardcore full movie thing that has only over 2 million views now, which is just crazy. And that really kickstarted this entire last year and crazy amount of growth from the channel. But I'm so happy that people genuinely care about the videos I'm making. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I'll talk more about some of the history of this channel throughout later on in the series as we get to the end of the series. But let's head back and get this house fully built up. There we are, almost back home. So in order to turn all of this mud into packed mud, we're gonna need to collect a lot of wheat. So real quick, let me drop this off in our storage because we need to head over and collect some wheat from our conveniently placed wheat field. That's gonna be easy. And I have to be posting a video every 3 days, so we don't got a whole lot of time to waste on editing. But I think we could probably spare just enough time for a little bit of a wheat mining montage here. Let's see how it goes. We now need to combine our wheat and our mud, just like this. There's still a few more blocks I want to collect though, because 2 blocks that'll look really good in a gradient with this is the jungle wood and granite. So let's see if we can't find both of those. So let's do our daily tradition of gathering a random stone type. Today it's going to be granite. Granite checked off the list as well. Now all we need to do is we need to chop down some jungle trees. Let's do that right now. I want this build to be a really central, important building in the city, and that's going to start off with a very noticeable foundation. So I'm going to create some packed mud here and go around placing a lot of this down. And there's a somewhat decent chance we're going to end up running out of mud, but let's just hope that doesn't happen. Having such a large foundation like this is really going to make this build stand out, hopefully in a good way. All right, this is looking great so far. So let's go ahead and get some more blocks placed down here. Yeah, this height is looking good for this middle section, but the gradient's horrible, so I need to change that real quick. All right, there's definitely something here. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna have to gather a lot more wheat because I'm already out of the packed mud. You see, mud's not the problem, but Actually, this might be enough. Let's start making some more walls and see how we do. Here are the 3 front walls in, and I'm not sure we're really gonna get a good idea of how this will look until we build some roofs on this thing, so let's do that right now. Good news, I like this color combination a lot, but it's gonna be kind of tricky here to figure out how all these shapes are gonna work. Let's see if we can figure it out. And I may use slabs for this roof just because of how big it is. That'd be the first time using slabs in this. Actually no, I've used them over there, but one of the first times I've used slabs in a roof. I've just been using full blocks a lot lately for all these builds, so I'm not sure if it'll look out of place or not. We're gonna see here in a second. That roof isn't too bad. Yeah, I don't know, I might actually be fine with this full block roof here. We'll see how this turns out. Yeah, I think I like that. I think we're gonna stick with this. We got most of that built up, and now I'm just sitting here repairing our shovel for a second. Give me 1 minute here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, check this out. This is looking pretty good. It's still pretty messy. We're gonna do a lot of detail work. I've also started popping out the foundation a little more to see if we can add a little bit more depth to this build, and I really think this is gonna help a lot. All right, this is looking good. I think this helps a lot. Let's go ahead and figure out how our windows are gonna go. I think I want to do some pretty long, tall windows like this, symmetrical on either side. I think these windows are gonna work out well. I think this is a pretty good template for how we want our windows to be. We're just going to copy it on the other side. And to make it easier to detail this thing, let's put on a floor right away. I'm thinking maybe some dark oak. Well, first of all, we're just going to do regular dark oak for a little pathway through here. And then some dark oak in this pattern. And then we can strip it all, which is pretty satisfying. Let's go through here and grab all this. Oh yeah, this floor looks great. So let's build a bit of a staircase up here. Let's see if we can't use like slabs or something. And same thing on this side. Let's get a door on this thing. I'm trying to think what would work well. Maybe just more mangrove, or let's try bamboo. Actually, I've never used bamboo doors. Let's see how those look. Block there, there, there. Let's get a little spruce frame around here, and then a whole bunch of bamboo. And you know, that's not actually too bad. I'm gonna stick with this for now. Before we build the windows, there's something unfinished I want to do real quick. I want to add a quick gradient or a little bit of detailing, some shading to the roof. And what we're gonna do, let me find some blocks real quick, is use a palette like this. Mangrove wood, which you already have, the strip mangrove wood, and netherrack, which looks pretty cool as a darker tone. But we're gonna need to chop down a few more mangrove trees to get all the supplies we need. There we go. Just a little bit of the shading in the roof really helps, but now we need to start adding a lot more detail to the front of the house. And there's a problem I kind of need to solve with this. You see, this build is really unique from the rest of the village so far, and that's a good thing to a certain degree, but I think it's too unique to the point where it kind of doesn't fit in. So we need to start adding features to it that really ties it into the rest of the village. We'll see how that goes. The first way we can do this is by using the same window shutter design we used there, and also on pretty much all of our houses in this area, to be honest. I always use this design. I was talking about it in the last video, I think, and I'll continue talking about it because it's the one I use. That's the one I think looks best. Let's just go around and see what kind of other small details we can add. Okay, this thing is looking so cool, but let's focus on the inside for a minute here. So let's start with this half here. Let's start by placing down our enchantment setup. Okay, let's go ahead and build some bookshelves like these. Here's what I have for the interior right now. I'm not like completely done with it. There's still definitely a lot of stuff, a lot of empty areas we need to add to, but for now this is a pretty good skeleton for how it's gonna look. And then one final detail I want to add to the house itself, if we head up here, is some of these iron bars. Let's go ahead and add some coarse dirt up here as well and connect these two areas together. And with a little detail added out here in the front, I can happily say that this build is done and it's looking great. To be fair, it can always use some detail work, and we're gonna have to spend a long time filling this up with books in the future. However, a lot of the details we do have make it look great. And don't worry, we'll come back through in another standalone episode and decorate this whole grounds out here, as well as all the surrounding area very soon. But we need to move on to our next build now. And I'm recording this 20 minutes before the video goes live, so they're really cutting it close. So all that to say, thanks for watching.